The sixth chapter of Genesis opens with a sudden population boom and a very strange union. As humanity multiplies across the earth, the text describes the sons of God taking wives from the daughters of men. The offspring of these pairings are described as giants in the earth and mighty men of renown. This introduces a world ruled by physical dominance and the weight of absolute power. This dominance masked a deeper psychological rot. The text makes a stark claim about the point of no return. Every imagination of human thought had become only evil continually. There was no moral gray area left. This internal corruption manifested in a global society consumed and filled by inescapable violence. Brutality had become the baseline of human existence. The response from the Creator is described as profound grief. The Lord looked at the violent world, and it grieved him at his heart. He repented, feeling deep sorrow that he had made man at all. That grief led to a devastating decree. The slate was to be wiped clean. God declared the complete eradication of man, beasts, creeping things, and the fowls of the air. The impending apocalypse reads as a deliberate, mournful uncreation of a world that had collapsed under the weight of its own moral failure. Against this backdrop of total societal failure, one individual stands out. The text notes that Noah was a just man, entirely distinct from his generation, who quietly walked with God while the world around him tore itself apart. God approaches Noah with the final verdict: the end of all flesh has come. Immediately following this judgment, the narrative pivots from destruction to a detailed contingency plan for survival. Noah is instructed to build an ark out of gopher wood. To ensure it survives the coming storm, he must seal it meticulously, pitching it inside and out to guarantee a completely watertight hull. This diagram shows the specific mathematical dimensions God commands. The vessel is 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high, a structure roughly the scale of a modern battleship. These exact ratios, 6:1 for length to width, engineer an extremely stable, flat-bottomed barge. It lacks sails or a rudder because it is designed purely to stay upright in apocalyptic waters. The internal architecture is defined by equally strict constraints. The blueprint dictates exactly 3 internal decks, a specific placement for the door in the side, and a single window finished within a cubit of the roofline. When faced with sprawling chaos, the divine solution is pure mathematical order. The ark stands as a meticulous, measurable system of survival engineering. The purpose behind this engineering is revealed alongside the mechanism of destruction. God announces he will bring a global flood to extinguish everything under heaven containing the breath of life. To navigate this, God establishes a formal covenant with Noah. Passage is granted exclusively to Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and his sons' wives. The human manifest carries an immense mandate. Noah must bring 2 of every sort of living creature into the ark, from fowls and cattle to every creeping thing on the earth. This payload operates under a strict reproductive requirement. Every paired species must be distinctly male and female, ensuring that the biological code can survive into the new world. The final logistical hurdle is the supply chain. Noah is commanded to gather and store enough food to feed his family and an entire zoo of animals indefinitely, without any external resupply. The ark functions as a self-contained biosphere. It is an airtight capsule built to ride out the total unmaking of the external world. There is a stark dramatic irony in how the 6th chapter of Genesis ends. It establishes the highest possible stakes, lays out a massive engineering project, and concludes before a single drop of rain ever falls. Throughout this ordeal, Noah never speaks a word. While the civilization surrounding him is characterized by noise and violence, his response is one of silence and quiet labor. His defining action is captured in verse 22. Thus did Noah. According to all God commanded him, so did he. He executes the blueprint without a single deviation. The mighty men of renown relied on a dominance of force that offered no protection against the rising waters. Noah's security came instead from a quiet, exact adherence to a structural order he did not invent. In the end, survival amidst the total collapse of the old world was not achieved by strength or status, but by following a specific, measurable design to the letter.